Welcome. This program will guide you through the setup and operation of your new Stryker Performance Pro cot. The Performance Pro is a highly advanced, dependable manual cot with features that were designed for the medic and patient. Its aluminum construction means lighter weight, yet it has an extremely robust 700-pound capacity. The oversized wheels make it much easier to move over rough terrain. The Performance Pro has a durable powder-coated frame and a sealed mattress for easy cleaning. Mattresses are available in both flat and bolster versions. The bolster mattress provides patients with a greater sense of security during transport. The Performance Pro takes manual cots to the next level with a retractable head section, optimized foot end lift and grip design, and optional knee gauge. This program is divided into topic segments that you can select individually from a menu. First, watch the entire program from beginning to end. Later, select individual segments to review and refresh your memory. First of all, notice that all controls are red in color, making them easy to find in a hurry. Also notice that this cot allows hand clearance around the frame, providing room for multiple lifters if necessary. Additional information is provided in the operations and maintenance manuals with step-by-step instructions, illustrations, and routine maintenance schedules for your cot. Remove all packaging materials and inspect your cot. Check each of the red controls to make sure everything functions as expected. Look for any damage or loose fasteners. Make sure you have all parts, including patient restraints. Always take time to inspect the vehicle interior, in particular the safety hook and cot fastener. The safety hook is designed to engage the cot safety bar when loading or unloading a cot in the vehicle. Proper safety hook placement is critical to ensure the safety hook does not miss the safety bar. Reference your operations and maintenance manual for safety hook placement and installation. The cot fastener rail clamp is a spring-loaded clamp that secures the cot as it closes around the cot retaining post. The rail clamp on the cot fastener system can be adjusted as needed. Patient restraints are an important safety component of your cot. Here's how to attach the patient restraint straps to the cot litter frame. Feed the loop end of each strap through the litter frame at each of the designated locations. Then, feed the buckle or tang back through the loop end of the strap. The optional restraint belt extension provides an additional 36 inches of belt length to secure larger patients. When the cot is not being used, keep the restraint straps buckled to avoid potential damage caused by dangling buckles and straps. Inspect the restraints for wear and tear at least once a month and more frequently if your cot is used heavily. The Performance Pro cot has an adjustable load height feature that allows the cot to be set to the proper load height depending on the height of the vehicle deck. Before placing the cot into service, confirm that the cot load height is set correctly for your vehicle. Select any of 3 load heights by adjusting the bumper housing on the Performance Pro rack. The low marking on the rack is recommended for vehicle deck heights below 30 inches. The mid marking on the rack is recommended for vehicle deck heights between 30 and 32 inches. The high marking on the rack is recommended for vehicle deck heights above 32 inches. Once the load height has been set, roll the loading wheels over the safety hook and onto the vehicle deck and pull back to ensure that the safety bar engages the safety hook. If the safety bar does not engage the safety hook, readjust the load height and test again until the safety bar engages the safety hook. Reference your operations and maintenance manual for more information on the load height adjustment. The Performance Pro can be placed in Trendelenburg position. This feature can be operated with 1 or 2 medics. The Performance Pro also has an optional knee gauge or Trendelenburg position. These features can be operated by 1 or 2 medics. To actuate the knee gauge position, simply lift one of the red lifting loops at the foot end of the cot until the knee gauge is in its fully raised position. Then, slowly lower the knee gauge to allow the support bracket to engage in the locking mechanism. Check to be sure the lock is fully engaged before releasing the lifting loop. To lower the knee gauge, lift either of the red lifting loops to relieve pressure on the locking mechanism. While holding the loop, actuate the red release handle until the lock disengages. Lower the knee gauge to the flat position. To raise the footrest on the litter, lift the footrest frame until it stops. Again, be sure the footrest frame is securely locked before you release your grip. To lower the footrest, lift the frame and while holding the frame, actuate the red release handle and slowly lower the footrest to the flat position. The Performance Pro is equipped with a pneumatic backrest that reduces the force needed to move a patient from a flat to an upright position. To raise or lower the backrest, simply squeeze either side of the red release handle behind the backrest. Release the handle at any point and the backrest will lock into place. Note that the lift assist mechanism uses patient weight to help lower the backrest. Lowering the backrest without a patient may require slightly more force. The Stryker Performance Pro is equipped with a retractable head section. When the backrest is up, the overall length of the cot can be reduced by telescoping the retractable head section into the Performance Pro frame. Reducing cot length improves mobility in tight spaces. The retractable head section also gives you complete 360-degree mobility at any height position. To retract the head section, grasp the red release handle with one hand and hold as you push the head section toward the litter frame. Make sure it locks into the retracted position. Release the lever and check to be sure the head section is securely locked. To extend the head section, grasp the red release lever as you pull the head section to its fully extended and locked position. Never operate the cot with the head section in a partially extended and unlocked position. Make sure the head section is extended and locked when loading the cot into a vehicle. Otherwise, the cot will not be securely locked in the cot fastener. The Stryker Performance Pro has convenient fold-down side rails that can be operated with one hand. To lower the side rail, squeeze the red release handle and guide the side rail toward the foot end until it lies flat against the litter frame. To raise the side rails, swing the side rails toward the head end of the cot until they lock into place. There's no need to squeeze the red release handle to raise the side rails. The Performance Pro side rails are designed to provide patients with a greater sense of security during transport. Even with the patient restraint secured and the side rails raised, never leave a patient unattended on the cot. To load a patient onto the cot, raise or lower the cot to patient level. Next, lower the side rail closest to the patient and open the patient restraint straps. Using proper protocols and procedures, transfer the patient to the cot. Before attempting to move an occupied cot, secure the patient with all restraints and raise the side rails. Now you may adjust the backrest and foot support as needed. You should practice using the Performance Pro with an unoccupied cot before attempting to operate the cot with a patient. One person can raise and lower an empty cot, but to improve movement coordination, you should practice with a team of 2 operators. 2 operators are required to operate a cot with the patient at all times. Both operators lift the litter slightly to remove the weight from the height mechanism. One operator squeezes the red manual release, and together the 2 operators lift or lower the litter. Once the desired height is reached, release the manual lever. When you use proper lifting technique, lifting or lowering is always done with the legs, not the back. Your back remains straight. Bring the weight as close as possible to your body as you lift or lower. The manual release levers for raising and lowering are at the foot end of the Performance Pro. Controls are duplicated, one set on each of the 2 lift bars. Stryker recommends using the lower lift bar when loading the Performance Pro cot. Before moving the patient, make sure patient restraints are fastened and the side rails are up. At least 2 operators are required to transport a patient. Larger patients may require additional operators. The Performance Pro cot can transport a patient in any height position. However, lower positions improve balance and stability. Use the lowest position that's comfortable for you. During transport, approach doorways and other low obstacles squarely and lift each set of wheels over the obstacles separately. High obstacles such as curbing, steps, or rough terrain should be avoided. Find an alternate route or seek additional help with the transport. At least 2 trained operators are required to load an occupied cot. One operator is at the foot end and the other operator is at the side of the cot to provide stability with one hand and retract the undercarriage with the other. Smaller operators or large patients may require additional help. Before you approach the vehicle or attempt to place the loading wheels over the vehicle deck, make sure the retractable head section is fully extended and locked. Approach the back of the vehicle squarely. Roll the loading wheels over the safety hook and onto the vehicle deck. Pull back against the safety hook and make sure it has engaged the safety bar. The foot end operator lifts to take weight off the height mechanism, then squeezes the manual release as the side operator stabilizes the cot with one hand and retracts the undercarriage with the other. Finally, roll the cot onto the deck of the vehicle and into the antler, ensuring that the load wheels always stay engaged with the deck of the vehicle. Push the cot to the side and into the cot fastener. Make sure it clicks around the cot retaining post. Two operators are recommended to unload an occupied cot. One operator disengages the cot fastener and firmly grasps the frame and the manual release. The operator then rolls the cot out of the vehicle while supporting the weight of the cot and patient, keeping the cot frame parallel to the deck of the vehicle and the loading wheels on the deck of the vehicle. The second operator ensures the safety bar engages the safety hook while stabilizing the cot with one hand and extending the undercarriage with the other. The foot end operator lets go of the manual release when the wheels are down and the cot is locked in its extended position. Allowing the undercarriage to drop by itself is not a recommended practice. It can jar the patient and puts undue stress on the X-frame. Now that the wheels support the cot, the side operator can release the safety bar from the safety hook. Two operators are recommended to load or unload an unoccupied cot. It is not recommended that you hot drop the undercarriage. If only one operator is available, one operator can load and unload an unoccupied cot without hot dropping the cot. To load an unoccupied cot with one operator, place the cot in a loading position. There are two methods to place the cot in a loading position. The operator can use the side release handle, or the operator can tip the cot onto the load wheels. Standing at the foot end of the cot, grasp the lower lift tube and squeeze the lower manual release. Tip the cot onto the load wheels until the desired height position is reached. Release the manual lever and lower the cot back onto all 4 base wheels. Now, roll the loading wheels